welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the topic is narrowband FM signal, that is NBFM. So in the previous few days back, I have discussed regarding classification of FM signals. So FM signals are classified as a narrowband FM signal and broad that is wideband FM signal. Okay, so now we will start with narrowband FM signal. So what is this narrowband FM signal? Narrowband FM signal is a type of FM signal, okay, whose modulation index is less than unity. Okay, so modulation index, what is modulation index, and all I have already covered a separate session on that. So please refer to that particular session. So when the modulation index of a FM signal is less than unity, then that particular waveform is, or the FM signal is called as narrowband FM signal. So the maximum frequency, now a question arises, what is the maximum frequency of narrowband FM signal? So before that, narrow means what? It's very small I mean it's narrow, it's less. Its meaning is less, somewhat it is less, like that. That is narrow, and the opposite is wide. Okay. So maximum frequency is 30 hertz is the maximum frequency, which is very less, correct? See, maximum frequency itself is 30 hertz, means it is very narrow, means the band is very narrow. Okay, so that is why it is called as a narrow band FM signal. So now we will quickly try to understand the equations. So please, before watching to this particular session, please watch my previous session on FM signal. Okay, FM signal generation, FM derivations and all I have discussed very in detail. So please have a look into this. For in this session, the main focus is on narrowband FM signal. So I have just try to explain you with the help of an equation. So phi of t is equals to beta 2 pi fm into t. So where beta is the index and phi of t is the phase, actually, I mean the frequency. So x of t is nothing but AC cos omega ct plus phi of t. So this is the basic equation of a modulation. So in that we can substitute this particular equation. So phi of t, in place of phi of t, just substitute beta sine 2 pi fm into t, and after that you will get this particular equation. Then apply the mathematical formula. So if phi of t is small, so cos phi of t is nothing but 1. So under this condition, we can assume that sine phi of t is as phi of t. So then what it will be happening? So sine omega ct of phi of t it will be. So x of t is equal to AC cos omega ct minus AC beta sine omega ct sine omega m into t. So after some mathematical, again sine A sine B formula you can apply. So wherever possible, please apply the mathematical formulas so as to arrive the final equation. So the final equation is x of t is nothing but AC cos omega ct plus AC into beta by 2 into cos of omega c plus omega m of t minus of cos of omega c minus omega m into t of t. So this is the final equation of narrowband FM signal. You can further actually always simplify this particular equation to get the maximum. You can simplify this particular equation so as to arrive at the standard equation format. So still this is the standard format, I would say. So this is called as narrowband FM signal. So as the name itself indicates, again narrow means small or lessens this one. So this means the band is very less. So maximum frequency itself is 30 hertz. So we can say that it's easy to remember for you as far as examination point of view is concerned. So please, I mean, try to understand this as narrow means very less. So less than unity, definitely modulation index is less than unity. So it is a simple way to differentiate between narrow band and wideband FM signals. Okay, so it consists of two bands when as far as the frequency spectrum is concerned. So I have already discussed regarding frequency spectrum of a FM signal in detail in one of the sessions. So kindly watch that particular session, don't miss out. Okay, so when I'm just briefing the spectrum in by using the words itself, so I'm not exactly going to the frequency spectrum and all, as I have already discussed it. So it consists of two bands similar to AM wave, and both have the same bandwidth requirements. Means it consists of two bands, okay, upper band and the lower band, side band. So it consists of two bands similar to AM wave. So this spectrum is appears to be as similar to AM wave, and both have the same bandwidth requirements. Okay, so AM, as we already know, the bandwidth is very less. So this narrowband FM signal we can somehow compare or somehow relate to AM wave. So the lower side band of narrowband frequency, that is modulation, is inverted version of the upper side band of the AM signal. So please, for this, as I already told you, please refer to the uh, sidebands of all the frequency spectrum of AM as well as FM. Then you can easily try to uh, understand the narrow band. So now this inverted version means, kindly in that particular frequency spectrum itself, analyze it in the inverted way. Okay, that is the only difference. There is no much difference between this frequency spectrum and all. So only I have not included, because it will be kind of repetition. Okay, so then the one more thing is, it can be detected as a envelope, using a envelope detector. So as I already, and this also I have conducted a separate session on envelope detector on the demodulation. So kindly refer that. So this narrowband FM signal, as I told, it is similar to AM wave. So we can detected means what? It is a kind of demodulation. So this can be demodulated using again the envelope detector. As I told you, narrowband FM signal is similar to frequency spectrum, looks somewhat similar to AM wave. So AM wave will be demodulated using envelope detector. This is the common method. So hence narrowband FM signal also can be demodulated using the envelope detector. So this is all about narrowband FM signal. So in the next session, I will try to cover the wideband FM signal. So which is again a simple way I try to make you to understand. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if not yet subscribe, and press the bell icon to get the latest updates or notifications. So if you have any doubt, please comment in the YouTube comment section. So and I will try to reply that. Okay, and if you want to know any of the session related to electronics or physics or communication or anything, so please comment that also, that topic name also, in the YouTube comment section, because I'm trying to cover all the topics, but I would like to hear from you, like which topic I need to cover it. So please comment in the YouTube comment section in such topic. I will try to cover it as soon as possible. So have a nice day, take care, bye.